Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea here in Farming Simulator 19. Frozen 3 is going to be all about is finding a way to let the crops grow, and that's what we're going to call the songs, Let It Grow. And the cold never bothered me anyway. That's got to come into there anyway at some point anyway. But it's going to be the plants that are going to be singing it. That's what it's going to be. You're going to have Elsa or someone who's going to be singing Let It Grow. And then you're going to have the plants. They're the ones that are going to be saying the cold never bothered me anyway. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be even bigger than Let It Go. You wait and see. You mark my words. I'm onto a winner here. I'm onto a block. But you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Frithgar said it first. Right here on this channel. The big song of 2022 is going to be Let It Grow, and it's going to be from Frozen 3, and it's going to be an international hit, because the cold never bothered me anyway is going to be this little tiny squeaky voice that is said by the plants, and it's going to be absolutely freaking hilarious. It is. It's going to be fan-schmabulous. Right, anyway, I've done enough running around here. We have gone and patched up the missing bits in the field, so we can run this one back down to the yard. And as soon as I've parked it, I will scoot my butt back up here and park it inside that tractor, and we will start setting that one up. I'm actually just going to leave this one right here in the yard, right there. And right, well, there's our lime spreader over there. I'm wondering if I should do the lime first. I don't think I will. I think we will run straight back up and we will get started on this job, because this one's going to take longer than doing lime anyway. We can always come up and manually spread some lime across the field afterwards if you want to. So I want to go in here first, and I want fertilizer and seeding. What's that one? Liquid product transport. I think it's this one that I want, actually. This course just for reloading. I don't think it's that one. I can never remember which one I'm supposed to use. I think I just go with that one to start this course recording. Now, I start here, like that, and we run down to the yard. We've got to go through the yard, reload at the slurry with the cows, and then come back up here after we've loaded slurry, and then stop, and then we save that course as field 9 slurry load. No, I can't. I was just wondering if I could go through that way. I can't. I cannot go through that way. So what I need to do is I need to go through this way here, right through there like that, and then come round the yard here, like this, and go through that bit there. And I don't even need to stop, but I'm going to stop anyway, and I'm going to start loading that up. We've got 8,000 litres, so I don't need to do that bit in order for the course to remember it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to drive straight back through the yard. I'm going to take this one on a slightly different route. And I'm hoping this is going to work. It's not something that I've tried before. Neither is stopping to actually load while I'm generating the course either. But this is a day of firsts, this is. So we'll come on round that way, and then we'll go up the road. Up here. We'll go under the bridge. And then we will turn off. Right here, I'm going to use the indicators. I don't know if indicators would be used in the course, whether it will remember to use the indicators in the course or not. I have no clue about that one. So then we come out round up onto this bit, and we go across the bridge. Now, no idea if this is actually going to work or not. It'd be quite cool if it does, because I've never actually used the bridge in any of it previously. And then I will bring that one through here. Also, is my plans of doing some changes with the bunker there going to interfere with this one working properly? There's another bit that I've got no idea about. Now, the course apparently we shouldn't overlap, so I'm going to stop there. Now, is that overlapping or not? I don't think that's anything like overlapping. So I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to stop. So there's my course that I've got. I'm going to save this course as field 9 slurry fill. Field 9 slurry fill. Save. Okay. I've got that first bit. I'm going to clear that course completely now. And I'm going to go up into this field. Like this now. And I'm going to unfold my slurry spreader, if it will let me. Okay, we can start unfolding the slurry spreader. I'm going to go to there, like that. Now, I'm going to calculate current field's edge path. And I've now got a field edge path right the way around the edge, properly assigned. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this add field 9's edge path to list. There. So I've calculated the edge path, and then I'm going to add that path to the list. So I've now got field 9 has been stored. We've memorized that one. So then we can go into course generation. And we can go, we don't want currently loaded course, we want field 9. That's a user-generated field edge path. Then I want to go to headland, and I want 3 headland passes. And I'm actually going to do 4 headland passes on this one because it's a little bit narrower than some of them. We're going to turn on the headland corners. And that's all I'm going to do. We've got a 7 meter spread on that. I'm going to generate the field course on here. And there we go. That actually looks pretty neat and tidy. I don't know about that bit. I'm assuming that it does actually cover it in there. I'm hoping it does. Let's have a look. Let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty snazzy, actually. I think we'll run with that. So this is field 9. Field 9 slurry... slurry slash cultivate. There. Right. Field 9 slurry cultivate. Let me back you up a little bit like this. Over to there somewhere. That'll do just nicely. And then I'll go into there. Next, I've got that one. I then want to go on to here, and I want to go to field 9 slurry fill, and I want to append course at end. Load. No, it's append course at end, isn't it? That one. I want to put that one on there as well. So that one adds it on. And I've got 2 combined courses in here. I want to start course at first waypoint drive course. So you should go to there. You have. And you have started your work. Now, you've left a little bit out on the edge over there. I'm fine with that. I am wondering if I should have done more than 4 times around the edge. Maybe I should have done 5 or 6, but I'm not going to change that now. We've got the course all done, all saved, and everything is tickety-boo and wonderful. We'll stick with this one for just a minute, because I want to see how well it does. And then we'll rush off, and we will go and get lime and lime spreader, and I'll probably just do that manually. Or do some of it manually, at least. Just so... Actually, I'll tell you what. We'll let that one keep working now. And we're going to get ourselves this tractor here. We're going to leave the fertilizer spreader behind. And we're going to go over and grab the lime spreader, because we've got fertilizer. That's what the whole slurry thing is. That's the fertilizer layer. So we've got fertilizer being put on the field right now, which we don't need to concern ourselves with. I will put that John Deere away in a bit. I'm not going to do it just yet. But I want my lime spreader next. So I'm going to grab you. I'm going to hop back into the shed like this. And take you, and then I'm going to go and load you all the way up to the brim with lime, and then once I've done that, we will head up to the field and we will start manually running around doing a little bit of lime spreading. Just for once, do it manually. And which one does the lime? I think the lime is actually in this one right here, so we will open you up like that, and yes, it is. Fill that one there all the way up to the brim. Where is... I don't see any sign of our tractor up there. I'm sure he's up there. I'm sure he's very industrious and busy and very happy and doing a wonderful job. It's just that, well, quite frankly, I don't trust the workers. I don't trust my own workforce. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. They are a little bit troublesome at times. And, yeah, so I'm always a wee bit cautious about what we should do about our workforce and how well we should trust them. Incidentally, when I am doing the Hagenstead series next, I won't be using seasons and I won't be using courseplay either. And I've actually had a few people saying that's the reason they want me to move on, because they don't like seasons or courseplay. And that's fine, that's fair enough. If you don't like seasons and courseplay, you don't like seasons and courseplay. Everybody's got different tastes. I'm still not a huge fan of courseplay, although, yes, I will admit, I do like it a bit more now than I did when I first started this series, in part because I am now actually able to use it, and I am seeing how useful it is for running a particularly big farm. I mean, look at this. We've actually got these people running around and doing all of the farmyardly duties like they should be doing. And it's always important that your farmyardly duties are carried out to their full. Now, lime. I can't go too far out, which means that he's right in front of me. He's right in my way. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to go the other way. And this is something that some people have said to me. I always do things one direction. Always. I'm one direction. And to start with, I got a bit upset being accused of being One Direction, and then I realised that they weren't actually talking about the band. They were just saying that I'm always doing things clockwise around the field. Why not try anti-clockwise? Just once. Be a rebel. Try it out. See what it's like. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like it. It feels wrong. It feels absolutely wrong. On so many levels. I am a little bit, I've explained about the whole OCD thing, and I am quite OCD about quite a lot of things. And this just feels wrong. Like, it feels absolutely wrong going around the field in this direction. It really does. Like, I always go around the field clockwise. Right? Clockwise is just the direction that you go around the field. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing in the field. It's never mattered what I'm doing in the field. I go clockwise around the field. That is just how it's done. Now, I'm going to just bring that one up like that so that I'm out of the way a little bit. He is going to go racing on past without a care in the world. There it goes. And then we're going to back up. And he's going to start cultivating in that lime already. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm hoping what I can do is I can get round the field and get the rest of the lime on before he sort of gets back and starts rubbing out all of the stuff that I've done. So I'm going to do at least twice around the edge of the field. I'd say probably we'll go 3 times round, and then we will be able to start doing a little bit of land work, and the cultivator shouldn't have gotten in our way and spoiled things. I'm keeping an eye on the cultivator because I want to hop into cab when he does his journey back to go and refill, just so that we can watch it and make sure that he does do the right thing, he does go where he's supposed to go, doesn't get hung up on anything, doesn't drive into a wall, or and anything else that the hired help does generally try to do whenever our back is turned. Not that I don't trust the hired help, it's just that I don't trust the hired help. Long story short, I just don't trust them. They literally, they cannot be trusted with anything, right? I've had so many jobs that I've asked them to do, and they have just let me down repeatedly. So, yeah, I don't trust them. Not even a little bit. So if I go out over here, and we start working out over this side, like this. I don't know why I'm bothering with lime, because this is a grass field, and you don't need to put lime. I've literally just realised this. I know that some of you have probably been yelling at the screen for 20 minutes. Why are you bothering with this? And I have just realised that it's lime, and we're planning to do this as a grass field. But I suppose technically, if we're going to be doing one large mega harvest after this year, then this field will become one of the areas that is going to be covered in crops. So technically, we're just preparing for our final mega harvest. We might not be doing that. You may decide that you don't want one large final mega harvest. You may decide you just want me to do one more year, but do it a bit more sensibly than one large mega harvest, in which case that's what I will do. We will do just like a normal year. Now, I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going with the lime now, because he's come along and rubbed out my lines. I'll have to go once more around the field, definitely. This is twice round that we're doing. I think that I am able to go over a little bit further, and we're overlapping a little bit too much here. But I think we will stick with the overlap, just to be on the safe side. I'd rather overlap slightly than underlap, and like have big bits missing. So I think we're all right like this. And then we can come out straight over to here, because that's bits that's already been done, like that. And then what we'll do here is we will sort of do well, actually, I was going to say we'll do a clever turn, but there's nothing particularly clever about it. I'm just going to do that and waste a load of lime. The lime is not... Oh, is it because we're... I think it's because we're in a Stevie spreader. I think this is a Stevie spreader, so we've got that the lime is going a lot further than it would otherwise, as lime does use up really fast. Some people have questioned whether or not that's realistic. Now, I don't know, because I've never personally used lime on a field. I've seen it being used in some places, but I've never personally applied it to a field myself. Now, where I've seen lime being used, they did seem to dust the fields fairly enthusiastically. So I'm kind of assuming that it's not far off of being realistic. There we go. Right. This one is now run out. How is that for timing? So we go over to here, and it does look like it is going to do the job properly. Certainly come over to the beginning of the course that we've got set up there for our second course on the combined courses. We go racing off down the track down here. It's whether or not it's going to be able to like do the whole bridge run and everything. I'm kind of curious to see how well it's going to cope with it. But also, when we're part way done on the slurry, we'll get the lime done. We'll at least get that done. I'd like to remove that bunker and put something down instead. So I'm curious how Courseplay is going to cope with me redesigning the landscape before it gets there. Like, if I was to plonk something down right in front of it on this course, would it try to drive through it, just hit it, and then say that there's something in the way? Or would it come up with... would it, like, park up beforehand and then stop? I've no idea. It is coming up here, getting ready to load, and you can see it's definitely not loading in the same place that we did, because we loaded out over this side. Now, I don't know if I can take control of it. I can't. It's not letting me move that boom on the top, because Courseplay is currently running it, rather than me. So, we can let that one... I'm just going to have a drink a minute while that fills up. Right, we're away again. It's going to go whizzing off round, out onto the road now. Proper road work. All the way up through, round, up onto the bridge. He's going to do a wonderful job, and I think he will do us proud. There is Sour Skittles. If you'd like a link to be able to download Sour Skittles, along with the other Skittles in the pack, then head on to our Discord. There is a link in the description down below for another video. Follow that video, and you'll find the link to the Discord on there. This Skittles tractor, Valtra, right here, this Valtra, this Skittles edition of Valtra, was created by none other than Petro Gracemark, and the link to it, you will be able to download a copy of this from our Discord if you like. He's got a whole pack of them. He's got this one, plus the little tiny one, which is the Wild Berry edition, and then he's got the standard Skittles edition, which is the middle range Valtra tractor. So we've got 3 different Valtras with 3 different styles. The other 2 are pretty much as is and have been reskinned. This one here, however, is not just reskinned. This one has been also tweaked to be a lot more powerful, which basically puts it on a par with all of the other big tractors that we run. That was the whole idea, was that he was putting this one to be on a par with all the other big tractors, so that one of the Skittles tractors could be used on any under any circumstances, right? You'd be able to use it right up to the very biggest farms, and this will pull the biggest machinery. It's been very nicely balanced. Petro's put in a lot of work on that. So if you'd like a copy of it, then do come along and join our Discord server. Was an update going to be coming for? I don't know if I actually downloaded and installed the update yet. Wait, is that... I can't hear for a minute. See what I'm going to have to do. I have to go like that. I'm just going to stop driver a second. Like that. Start course at next closest. Now. Right. It's the air horn tractor that we've we've still got on here. There's an update to the thingy. Let's just go drive course like that, so he'll carry on. Okay, he's doing fine. Yeah, there has been an update to the mod, and I think I believe he's changed the sound of the horn, but I haven't downloaded the update yet. It is there to download. I'll have it ready for when I next do a live stream though, so my bad. I haven't actually downloaded and installed the newest update that he's put out, but I believe one of the things he did was change the sound of the horn, which is the bit that I was trying to listen to then. So you got that nice big foghorn on there. I'm not sure what he changed it to. There was suggestions being bandied around I seen the other day on the Discord, but I'm not actually sure what the ultimate decision ended up being, so I can't really answer that one. Let's bring that one on round here. We'll find out in the stream. Actually, by the time you're watching this, I probably will have already... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will have already done the next live stream by the time you're watching this. So by the time you're watching this, I will have actually updated that tractor that I haven't updated when you're watching this. So I will know what I don't know when I know it, when you don't know. I'm just really confused. This is a whole space-time continuum thing. This is why I don't like, whenever I'm watching a film, right, you watch a film or you start watching a really cool TV series, as soon as they start doing timeline things, I lose interest. Instantly. Like, the one thing that turns me off any kind of series is when they start doing time travel stuff and messing with timelines, so that we literally got what I've got right now. Is that you know what I know, what I don't know, what you know, what I don't know, what you know, when I don't know. Because the horn on there, you know at the moment, right now watching this, you know already if I know that it's changed. It is changed. I don't know what the horn is, but I do know what the horn is. I just don't know what the horn is, right? That's literally the situation we're in right now. Right now, that is the situation we're in, because as far as I know, Patreon has released his update, and that will be on the live stream server, so I will have updated, and I will have installed that, and I will have done that live stream, so I'll have gone live and broadcast to the world exactly the new horn and everything and what it's all about before you watch this, so you know what has happened before I know what has, before I've told you what has happened, and yeah, this is where it starts to get weird. Yeah? You know, it starts to get weird just for me on this. And you now know what I don't know, what I know already that I know that I don't know, and I know it because I'm the one that tells you. Okay? I hope that makes sense. And if it does, can someone please explain it to me? So when you get a television series, like I go back like a year or two, and you had that television series called Heroes. I thought that was an awesome series. I really did. I really liked it. We watched, like, myself and Senleia, we binge-watched the entire first season. And it was absolutely brilliant. Loved it. Thought it was fantastic. Started in on the second season. And the very first thing that happens in the second season is that you've got mixed timelines. Because someone's gone back in time. They've started doing the whole timeline thing, and someone's gone back in time, doing something back in time. Someone else is doing something forward in time, and it's not a story that's just coming along. You've got different timelines that are interfering with each other, and that put me right off. Like, instantly, I watched maybe 2 episodes of season 2 and switched it off, and I never went back to it. like, it really does. I don't like the whole timeline thing. I've never really enjoyed it. I mean, X-Men, they went and did the same thing. They went and tried to do a timeline. Well, X-Men is quite big. Like, they're always doing timeline stuff on X-Men, weren't they? Like, in the comic. I mean, I've never read an X-Men comic in my life, but I heard that they did do a lot of timeline stuff to try and explain away a whole load of things, adding in new characters, taking them away, and so on and so forth. You just end up with so many alternate realities and different universes and different timelines, and that's this timeline, that's that timeline, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. And it just gets so confusing. X-Men, for me, started out absolutely brilliant. It was relatively simple, but there was a lot to it that was absolutely fantastic. But then it all started to get a little bit weird, where they started to add in a whole load of extra timelines and change timelines, and you had one lot doing one thing and another lot doing another thing, and then you had Professor Xavier doing one thing in one and another thing in another, because it was a different timeline, but he knew about both timelines, whereas nobody else knew about any of the timelines except for one other person, and so it was kind of like their naughty little secret that they didn't tell anybody else. And then also, yeah, and you know, he's like, well, and it just starts to feel really creepy. It's our naughty little secret. You can't tell anyone else because they won't believe you. I mean, seriously, how messed up is that? Who comes up with this stuff? It's just, right. So, yeah, I kind of, it just puts me right off. I really don't enjoy it. I mean, I can kind of understand it, but I still don't enjoy it. I mean, World of Warcraft is one of my favourite games. I had played World of Warcraft for years, but then they went and did a whole expansion on exactly the same thing. An alternate reality created by going back in time, which was the Warlords of Draenor release. And they went back in time and they did that, and then they come forward in time again, and you've got Hellfire and the Burning Crusade and that expansion. It all still exists, and you've basically got two separate timelines with two separate different things, both of them having happened. And yeah, why? Why do you have to go and mess with timelines, right? Can't we just say that time is sacred and you're not allowed to travel in it? There's a reason that Einstein said that time travel's impossible. And so many, well, I don't know if it's Einstein that said it, but there's several have said and proven that time travel is not possible, except sort of particular types under very unusual circumstances. But it's not the time travel that everybody seems to think that we should be having, where you can just wander backwards and forwards along the river of time. And yeah, it's weird. It's really weird, the whole time thing. So as soon as anything starts to do that, it really puts me off. It really does. So I was not keen on the whole time travel thing in Warlords of Draenor. I mean, it was all right. They kind of kept it relatively non-confusing, but it was still pretty bad. But then, thankfully, we moved on from that and we forgot about it. It was basically, once you get through the Warlords of Draenor patch in World of Warcraft, it's pretty much like it never happened. So you go through it, and it's like you've just woken up from a bad dream. None of it ever happened, and it's game over. Except for one bit that did happen, because then you've got the light-touch Draenei, who are an allied race, and they come about because of what happened in Warlords of Draenor. So, yeah, it does have one knock-on effect that kind of adds in some extra stuff into things later on, but it's not like a massive thing. Certainly not as big a thing as some of them have. Now, how much have you got left? You've actually got quite a bit to go. Questioning the wisdom of whether I should have put this... I tell you what, it doesn't actually matter, does it? Because I can still fast-forward time. Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode, so we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that, if you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.